welcome to Leah's Handmade Crafts and welcome to episode number 11. If you're new to the channel, welcome and welcome to the Mad Clan, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you like the video, please remember to hit the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel and haven't yet subscribed and would like to be involved in more of the madness, then just hit the subscribe button down below and the bell next to it, which will give you notifications to say that I've uploaded a new video. I have a few things that I'd like to get through today. One is some shout outs, some acquisitions, and then another little say a thanks, and I'll get to that in a bit. Actually, there's two thank yous, which I'll get to in a bit. So the first bit is the shout outs. These are channels that are growing like mine. They're reasonably newish to YouTube. And so they're just slowly growing. So I want to give them a bit of a boost because I believe in what goes around comes around. And I'm a firm believer that if we all help one another out, we're all the better for it. So the first of my shout outs is to Rosie from Nonna's Stitching Lounge. She's so beautiful. From the moment that she joined my channel, she has just sent me the most beautiful messages and uplifting comments. Her channel is gorgeous. She has some beautiful new and old projects on her channel. So if you get the chance and you're looking for some binge watching, go for Rosie. You'll get some great viewing from her. My next one is from Penny from Heidi's Hideout. So Penny is also relatively new and has been sending me some lovely messages since I started. So I'd like you to go across and check out her channel. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy it as much as I do. My next one is Kerrie. Kerrie's another fellow Aussie. Kerrie's down the rabbit hole. Absolute scream. She's made the 100 subscribers in recent days and was so excited about it. And I'm so happy for her. So, mwah, Kerrie, congratulations on your 100 subscribers. And here's to 100 more. And my final shout out is to Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Corner. She may have made her 100 subscribers already, but, or is it 200? Do you know what? I can't remember, but I know it's a milestone. But Sharon is just absolutely gorgeous. I started doing recent Zoom calls with ladies on here, and if you get the opportunity and you're just starting out and you want to get to know other podcasters, do some of the Zoom chats. They are just absolutely lovely. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful women, and they make you feel welcome. You know, I was a new person coming in from overseas. They've all slowly built up relationships over previous Zoom chats, but they were so welcoming, and Sharon was one of the most welcoming. So if you get the opportunity, please jump across to Sharon's page, like and subscribe her videos, and help her get to her milestone as well. My next bit is some acquisitions. I'll do the magazines first because they're the easy bit. The first of my magazines is the Simply Crochet. Again, for the first time in a long time, it was express shipped out here. So we've got it when they've got it, which was pretty exciting. And with it came not only the magazine, but a little Easter wreath kit. So you've got all of the makings for this little wreath, and also a little amigurumi book, and they're little sweet egg cozies, and they are so cute. In fact, I'll show you. That's the back of them. And I'm trialing some new lights, so we might have some lighting issues, but we'll muddle through and see how we go. There's Forest Friends. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, how cute is he? Then there's Easter Friends. And then, oh, we're just about to have some little growling, so I might have to pause it temporarily. And then, look at that, Magical Friends. Aren't they adorable? So there's that little book, and you can make that for any of the little ones in your family who, you know, you can put them over the Easter eggs and just make some extra little fun for them, and they've got some fun puppets afterwards. So that's that. Actually, I'll show you what comes in these kits. There's that yarn, and then there's those two. And then you get your little ribbon and the ring to start it all off on. So how cool is that? So I'm a bit excited about that. So I shall make that up over the next few days, and I will no doubt have it to show you during one of the later podcasts. So to the magazine, which I haven't actually looked through yet. So this is it. I love the jumper on the front, I must say. I mean, look at that. There are patterns galore in there. Oh, I love that poncho. I really like that poncho. Look at that. I shall have to find out where that pattern is and go and get that. I love that. All right, what have we got in here? We've got the ring. So, oh, right. So you get the ring and the pack. Then you get the instructions. So every time you get one of those little packs, there'll always be the instructions somewhere in the magazine. Oh, aren't they adorable? I love elephants. Like, love, love, love elephants. And aren't they beautiful? I don't have them here because I'm stuck for room, but I do actually have a collection of tiny little figurine elephants. So whenever I see a new figurine elephant, I must admit I'm a bit naughty and I buy one. So look at those beautiful cushion covers. And I don't know whether, if you're new to the channel, but one of my plans for this year is to make some cushions for my home. So my next major project is actually going to be a cushion cover. Oh, look at this. And this is the bed cover to go with the throw. That's the blanket to go with the pillows. Oh, that's really pretty, that. And this is the jumper that's on the front page. Quite like that. With all of its associated patterns. Ooh. Well, well, well. A triangle scarf done in cotton. Right up my alley, because I love working with cotton. Like the thicker cottons, not the thin cottons, just the thicker cottons. Like the DK and the worsted weight cottons. I love, love, love those. This is really pretty. I would love to make this top. Isn't that pretty? I think I shall be making something along those lines. That's the front of it. I think for summer I might make something like that. There's some blankets. There's, oh, another. This is a pretty little summer top. Love the detail down the bottom. That really makes it, doesn't it? That looks gorgeous. I don't know that I'd be wearing the shorts like that, but I'd definitely wear that top. And then there is this absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning pillow that I think I'm definitely going to make sometime in the coming months. That is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the detail. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And I could do that in some cotton that I've got. That's excellent. Oh, now I love this. This is something that I will be doing. We've got a one of my mother's neighbours have been in the neighbourhood since I was a baby, and they moved in next door to Mum and Dad when I was 1, and we've all grown up together and all been great mates over the years. And they have a young granddaughter who is, I think, 8. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's 8. But my plan and I'll show you in a minute one of my acquisitions, is to make her an Easter basket. But what I want to do is also add in some little goodies like that. So I'm going to make some little bunnies and some little eggs that she can keep that will that she'll be able to have oodles of fun with. I mean, look at this detail on that little egg. I love it. It's gorgeous. And the little bunny tails. I mean, how cute are they? So I shall be making some of those for young Mia. I mean, she's not a little girl anymore, but she's still a girl. So that's my little project in the next few weeks, is to make her some Easter goodies. Now, everyone knows that I am a huge lover of granny squares, and there is a granny scarf. Now, that's one thing I haven't made to date. I've made a scarf from the granny stitch, but in the long stitch. I haven't made a granny square scarf, so I shall be making a granny square scarf shortly. I don't know whether it's this one or another one, but I will definitely be making one. Oh, wow. Wow. So my next project, as I said, is going to be a pillow. And I've been wanting to make, I've got this beautiful burst of many colours, and I'll show it in my next video. It's a mandala sort of, they're tiny little, they're like the Pantone colours, but they're little bonbons, and there's honestly a rainbow colour. It's huge. And so that's my colour palette for my next pillow. That is a contender for the pattern. Although I'm tempted to do the great big granny square that you then fold in and pocket it to make the pillow. And failing that, I'm looking at also a mandala style pillow with a fleecing back. But I haven't made my mind up yet what the pattern is, but it'll come to me in the next little bit. So in the back of this magazine also is the British Craft Awards, and the blog of the year, I am happy to say, went to Lucy Attic 24. I love Lucy Attic 24. If you get the chance, have a look at her blog. If you don't already know her, she has the most beautiful colours, and they're just so bright and sparkly and full of life. They're just wonderful. And the other blogger that I would recommend is Coastal Crochet. She's another British podcast blogger, and I love her patterns. They are just divine, and they always have that coastal theme. And being someone who just thrives on being near the coast, I love her patterns. They're just gorgeous. And one of the things I'm working on at the moment, and I'm not very good at cows, but I'm doing it at my own pace. She's got a coastal, bear with me, I'll tell you the name of it in 2 seconds. She has a coastal, a cowl, that is, I'm just pulling it up, just bear with me, I won't be a minute. It's called the Seaside Stash Busting Blanket. It works over a 35 weeks, and so you do 2 rows every week. As I said, I'm not very good at cowls, and I sort of pick them down, pick them up, do weeks and weeks on end, put them down, pick them up. So I'm not very far into it, but when I get a little bit further into it, I shall share it with you. She also has one called the Changing Tides blanket. Look, both of these blankets are just absolutely divine. So if you get the chance, Coastal Crochet and Lucy Attic 24. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, look at this. I digress now. Have a look at this weekend bag. Isn't that brilliant? I really like that. Absolutely like that. And it's got all of the patterns and everything to go with that. And then it just goes off, as it usually does, into their different projects, like, you know, different how to do things. And the last thing that they finish with is called Bumblicious or Baublicious, and it is a little Easter basket. So recommend getting Simply Crochet. Fantastic patterns as usual and lots of fun. My next magazine, and I'm really dragging this out today, but my next magazine, it's actually a magazine that's based on a TV show, and here in Australia, and every Friday night they have this TV show, and the TV show is loosely based on this magazine. So whatever is in a month of this will be in a month worth of TV. So every Friday night they do 4 different projects, be it cooking, crafting, gardening. It doesn't matter what it is. They have 4 different projects, and then they also have a man who comes in and talks about animals and pets and how to look after them. And so this comes out every month, and I have it online. I don't normally get the print copy. I usually get it online. But the reason I got the print copy this time is because, as you can see, it has 30 crocheting and knitting patterns. And so when you turn the book over, that's when we come to the patterns. And look, some of them are pretty basic, and, you know, they're pretty easy. But then you have others that are just really lovely and really want you to crawl in and start them, like this vest in show. And that's all just double crochet by the looks of it. So there's that, and then there's, I mean, I'm not going to go into every single pattern, but there are knitting patterns. And then there are more knitting patterns. I really like this one here. Now I'm not a huge knitter, but I would be seriously tempted to do that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. And then there's this blanket. Look at that. That would be one of those projects that you just do a square every so often and just slowly build them up and get it to where you want it. There's a couple of tops and jumpers. Oh, there's some lovely jumpers for men. And then there's this one. And then we come to the crocheting items. There's the pillows and a market bag. And I do believe that cowl is, no, that's knitted, that cowl. And then there's a knitted blanket. It tends to be a bit more knitted than there does crochet, which is a bit of a shame. This rainbow coloured bag is quite nice. And then there is the great big granny blanket. And then another blanket and knitted items. And that for me is the disappointment in this. There tends to be more knit than there is crochet. They say there's 30, but I'm only seeing 27 so far. Let's see what comes here. No, there's only 27. There you go. But that's okay. It's quite good. There's some projects in there that I would do, both knitted and crocheted. I really do like that vest, so I think that will be on my to-do list for this coming winter. But other than that, that's the magazine acquisitions. My other acquisitions are a couple of surprise yarn acquisitions. As I said, I'm making an Easter basket for my girlfriend's daughter, and so I picked up in the Porter Craft this absolutely adorable ball of yarn. It's the ice cream yarn, which is their cake yarn. It's acrylic. It's called Forest Fruit. It's a 4 weight, 350 meters and 200 grams. And it says to take a UK size 6, so, or a 5mm knitting needle. So I've done this before and I've used a 5mm crochet hook. So, but isn't that just scrumptious and perfect for a young girl? So that's that. Now, you often hear me lamenting the fact that it's very hard for us to get American yarns. One of the things we do occasionally get are the Canadian yarns, which are like the Bernat and the Yarnspirations style. I went into Big W, which is our equivalent of your Walmart, and they usually have very, very, like, honestly, it's Australian Carnival yarn and some Panda, and that's it. I've noticed that last winter they branched out and they had a few Bernat yarns. So today I went in just to have a look and to have a look-see, and blow me down, but they had some more Bernat. I wasn't fussed on what they did have, but one thing they had that I did like was the Bernat Velvet. And they seem to have every one of the colour range. As I said, I'm looking at making some pillows, and one of the pillows I'm looking at making is one I sleep every day during the day for an hour or two, and I like to lay on my lounge. So I thought I would make a pillow or a throw, I haven't made my mind up yet, with this velvet. It is so soft. I love it. So I bought 2 balls of that. As I said, I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to make a throw or a pillow, but time will tell. So I bought 2 of those, and to carry them home in, I bought this beautiful little calico bag full of secrets. So great little project size bag, as you can see, 2 balls of wool, bargain, done, tick. So they were my yarn buys, but to go into the basket for Mia, I bought different coloured shredded plasticky stuff. So I've got pink and green and yellow and purple, just to have a bit of fun. Now, my mother has a hot glue gun, and regularly we have to go backwards and forwards, and usually she's looking for it when I've got it, and I'm looking for it when she's got it. So I happened to be walking past the place where I got the Portercraft and also the little shredded stuff, and it blow me down, but for $9 they had hot glue guns. So, and for $2 extra, a bag of sticks. So I thought, rather than having to constantly go backwards and forwards, I thought I'd cheat. For $10, $11, I bought myself my own glue gun and my own sticks. So, Ma, that's a saving for us. Now, I said that I had a couple of thank yous. My first thank you is to Andrea from Yarn Me Calm. I messaged her the other day to let her know that the bag that I had bought was missing one of the eyelets. And she was so gorgeous. She messaged me and then rang me and said, and apologised profusely. And as I said, you know, it happens. We're all human, and sometimes things slip through the keepers. And I wasn't angry about it. I just wanted to bring it to attention. So she told me, because I was happy to return the bag and wait for a new one. But God bless her, she told me to keep it and that she would send me a new one. Now, we had that conversation on Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, I'm not sure when. And I received in the post today a bag. Actually, I'll tell you when it was. It was Monday. I received a message to say that there was post waiting for me, and I thought, gee, this could be one of anything. it was the new bag. God bless us. She put it in the post straight away and it arrived straight away, and complete with a lovely little card thanking me for being so considerate. And by the way, I loved the chat too, Andrea. It was a great little chat. So that's one of my thank yous. My other one goes to Janet, and she is the mother of, oh, now please bear with me, Janet. I've got to remember, I can't remember, but Janet is one of my subscribers, and she's so beautiful. Her daughter lives in Brisbane. That's right, it was. Her daughter lives in Brisbane, and so she understands what it's like to, how difficult it is for us to be able to get things like Red Heart and Yarn Bee and I Love This Yarn. Honestly, our slim pickings on Red Heart rely on places like Yarn Me Calm and Mean Mother's Creations and Yarnish and a few other little providers who actually have to order it in and then bring it, and so they don't have it in stock. They have to order it as required, and they're understandably, because the ranges are so large, they restrict it to a certain range within the Red Heart. So there's a lot of Red Heart that we can't access and we don't get. So we have to then try and order it online from overseas, and shipping to Australia is ridiculous. Mind you, shipping from Australia to the rest of the world is ridiculous. I sent 2 parcels this week and they cost me a reasonable amount of money, and it's ridiculous because everywhere else in the world doesn't pay what we pay. What we're charged for shipping, both in and out of this country, is highway bleeding robbery. Anyway, so Janet, God bless her, knowing the struggles that we have, has offered to send me some Red Heart yarn. Janet, I'm in your debt. I am so blown away and humbled that you would like to do that for me. I have very little words. I'm usually pretty verbose, but I have no words for your generosity. It's beyond belief. So thank you, Janet. I truly, truly appreciate what you're doing for me. It's generous beyond, like, it's amazing. So they're my little thank yous. And I'd like to thank you all for listening to me ramble. Some days I'm sure you think, what the hell is going on in that chick's head? And I completely understand, because some days I think the same thing about myself. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking and subscribing my videos. The more you like and subscribe, the more they become readily available for everyone else. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for sharing my videos, those of you who share my videos. And until next time, keep crafting, keep crocheting, have fun, and God bless.